when we are trying to understand Kautilya and his political ideas, then there are a few theories which are significant, right? And which are not only significant, to explain and understand the political developments of his time, but they also have relevance in contemporary times. Right? They also have relevance in contemporary times. So that is where, if one is trying to understand that what would constitute sovereignty, for instance, or how a state can be understood, right? How a state can be understood, or what Kautilya had to say on issues of interstate relations, right? What are the political goals and objectives of the state when one is looking at state's relationship with other state? See, all these things are significant, all these things are important, even in today's context, even in contemporary times. Okay. तो जैसे उसी में जो हमने बताया कि जब हम कौटिल्य के आइडियाज़ को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो जो कौटिल्य का आइडियाज़ है स्टेट के ऊपर, स्टेट के फंक्शंस के ऊपर, जो गवर्नमेंट है उसके ऊपर, राइट? या एक स्टेट का दूसरे स्टेट के साथ क्या रिलेशनशिप होना चाहिए उसके ऊपर, हाँ? या फिर अगर हम देखें कि अगर एक स्टेट को हम समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो इंटर स्टेट रिलेशनशिप है, मतलब जैसे इंटरनेशनल पॉलिटिक्स जिसको आज की तारीख में आप समझते हैं, या इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस जो आप समझते हैं. सी, दीज टू आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स, राइट? इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस एंड इंटरनेशनल पॉलिटिक्स, ये आप समझेंगे जब ये कोर्स आपको बताया जाएगा. बट उसमें जब हम समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो हम स्टेट के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को या स्टेट के ओवरऑल गोल्स हैं, उसको हम लोग कैसे समझने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं, राइट? तो ये जो है, ये सारी चीज़ें हम लोग डिस्कस करने की कोशिश करेंगे, समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. ओके. Now, the first thing, which naturally would be of interest to us, that in today's context, we have seen that state has been defined by various scholars, especially by Western scholars, in their own ways. And you must have read definitions of a state given by various scholars, in the course on political theory, right? Some देखा था ना स्टेट को कैसे डिफाइन किया गया है, अलग अलग स्कॉलर्स के द्वारा. गार्नर, लास्की, वेबर, राइट? किसी का डेफिनेशन पढ़ा है, याद है? हमारी आवाज आप तक जा रही है? आप सुन पा रहे हैं हमें? ओके, गुड गुड. यू ऑल वे साइलेंट. हम समझने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि जब स्टेट को हम कहते हैं, तो स्टेट का डेफिनेशन आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा. तो वही हम आपसे जानने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि आप में से किसी को स्टेट का डेफिनेशन याद है क्या? हाँ, या स्टेट को कैसे डिफाइन किया गया है वेस्टर्न ऑथर्स द्वारा, जो आपने पढ़ा होगा. उसी में हमने बताया कि अलग अलग स्कॉलर्स ने डेफिनेशन दिए होंगे, चाहे वो लास्की का डेफिनेशन हो, गार्नर का डेफिनेशन हो, वेबर का डेफिनेशन हो, राइट? But anyway, just have a look at that. But the point I'm trying to highlight, the point I'm trying to make, that even during the ancient period, in our society, the attempt was made to understand state as a political organization. Right? Now, the nature of organization of society was way different from what it exists today. Right? But the importance of politics and how politics would be related to other aspects of human life, that was very much deliberated upon. And in that course, what state is, this too was given due consideration, by the thinkers at that point of time. And this is what Kautilya also does. And what we have understood that Kautilya understand a state with respect to seven constituting elements and an eighth element which would be added in terms of a supplementary factor when one is trying to understand the state, राइट। अब जो हम बताने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि कौटिल्य ने जो स्टेट को समझने की कोशिश की है वो स्टेट के जो 7 अलग-अलग एलिमेंट्स होते हैं उस कंटेक्स्ट में समझने की कोशिश की है। और 7 एलिमेंट्स के अलावा कौटिल्य ने एक 8वें एलिमेंट की बात की है जिसको कि हम एक सप्लीमेंट्री फैक्टर मान सकते हैं, राइट। Now I will come to them, and I will also try to elaborate upon a few of them which are significant for us to understand Kautilyan views on a state. But if you look at the Indian literature, then this is not something new, that has come to us, in the form of understanding the state with respect to 7 different elements or prakritis, right? Prakritis or organs, right? So Saptanga theory of a state, right? Saptanga theory of a state is something that we are very much familiar with, and it has existed in the literature during the ancient period as well. So Kautilya accepts the way state would be understood with respect to these 7 elements. But as I told you, he adds the 8th element, right? And I'm going to name them. The first one is the king, right? The ruler, Rajin, right? So that's what would be the first important element when one is trying to understand the state. Okay. Second is the amatya or ministers. Amatya or ministers, right? That would be the second element, right? Third would be treasury or kosha, right? That would be third element. Fourth would be bal or dand or army, right? That would be the fourth. First one I said, the king or Rajin or the ruler. Second was Amatya. Third one Kosha or treasury, right? Kosha or treasury. Okay. Fourth one Bala or Dand or army. That would be the fourth element, right? Fifth would be Durga or fort, right? Or capital city, right? Durg or fort or capital city. That would be the fifth one, right? Sixth one would be Janapada or territory. Janapada or territory. See, when Kautilya refers to Janapada or territory, right? What he means, I would come to when I would explain, all these elements one by one, right? And finally, friends or allies. That would be the seventh element, right? Now, as I told you, these 7 elements are also understood as prakritis or ang or organs of the state. Why it is so, I will come to that, because that requires little explanation, that requires little elaboration, right? I will come to that. Clear है? सात elements, right? Okay, but as I had told you at the beginning that Kautilya understands that while these 7 constitute the primary elements or organs or prakritis, but there is an eighth factor as well, meaning that there is a factor other than these 7 which is required to be paid attention to when one is trying to understand a state. and this is what? Shatru or enemy. Now, enemy or Shatru was originally not given place in understanding the state by earlier thinkers, right? Earlier thinkers, but Kautilya adds it as an eighth element, right?